Check, check. WA6AJ.
About time.
A6S. And K6USY.
Yeah, good evening. K6USY.
Is the streaming on?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to... I don't think Mike's got his preamp on. I was just trying to figure out why I couldn't hear myself too well at his place. Here, I'm gonna raise his antenna. And we'll see if it makes a huge difference here in a second. Okay. Sorry, talking to myself here, looking at myself come back through the stream. Okay, there I am. Yeah, I think he's got his preamp turned off. K6USY.
You got a lot of control over there, Aaron.
Yeah, it's a lot of things to juggle.
I believe you.
You're loud as I say here on A6S. Hey, you're up in the red. So I don't know if it's good propagation tonight or what, or if you put up a beam.
Well, I've always had a beam up. It's just pointing in the wrong direction for you.
Well, it might be the right direction. I'm heading north and you are too, so it's bouncing off of something and coming back.
Yeah, I'm pointed northeast at night. So, getting a good bounce off the mountain. So, yeah, no, if you're pointing north, you're farther east than I am. You're probably right at the right spot to get the bounce off the mountain.
Yeah, that's where you peak. No, Michael finally made it on WA6AJ, A6S. I called Ralph a few times, haven't heard anything.
Okay, that's fine. No problem.
Well, I checked the KWS-1 on 40 meters and completely different than 80, let's put it that way.
Oh, what do you mean? Good, bad, what?
Well, it seems to work more like it should. So that proves that mod that guy does for 80 meters is right. Because on AM it sounded okay. I got plenty of drive on AM, and I talk it up to about 300 watts on peak, or more than that. And screen current, everything seems to stay where it's supposed to. So it... someday, if I get ambitious, if that ever happens, I'll pull the front panel and do that mod.
Roger.
You're good at finding stuff, Mike. Find me an F2, what is it here? A Central Lab F1-100K pot. F1-100K pot. C1 taper is what it is. I've got a C2 taper one, but I'd rather use a C1 when I do the mod. So you can always find that stuff. WA6AJ, A6S.
F1 like in rank 1, or what are you saying?
Yeah, Foxtrot 1-100K, Charlie 1 taper. I've got the shaft and the switch. I've got an F2 taper 100K, but I'd rather have the F1, which is linear, if I do it. But either way, if I can't find one, I'll use the other one. WA6AJ, A6S.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
You mean you found one?
Oh.
Seriously?
Oh, I'm kidding. Hold on a second. It ain't that fast.
I thought maybe you were. I need to make, Mike. I got an amplifier here for you to build. As a T35 driver's 350 watt push-pull amp in the 1937 book. Just what you need.
Okay, I found you a Central Lab fast catch 2 front F1 100K potentiometer taper C1 new old stock, but it looks like you got to put a shaft in it.
Yeah, I have the shafts and I have the switches.
All right, I'll send it to you.
Thanks. Like I say, you can find anything.
$125 shipped.
What, about 12 bucks?
$125.
Give me a break.
$6.99. Man, I can barely talk.
We're going to have to get you some, instead of medicine, some booze or something.
I forgot to bring my cough drops out here.
I went through that for 2.5 months.
I thought it was going away the last couple of days. It was getting better, and now it just started up again this morning, so I don't know.
Tell me about it. Mine did that 2 or 3 times. How you doing, Aaron? Breathing okay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was inside all day today working from home.
No, that sounds good. Sounds good. Anyway, I don't know where everybody else is, but anyway, I guess I can turn the antenna back around. You want me to go? I guess now we gotta wait till 15 till, I guess, huh, Mike?
I don't know. I'll go down to 090 and point down that way. I'm pointing north towards Aaron right now, so I can go that way.
Okay, I was north. I tried 090 and 100. Some calls on both frequencies. I didn't hear anything. Or usually, if he's talking, I can hear him talking to somebody else. A little bit of garbage in the background, but I didn't hear anything.
Okay, I'll go down a little bit. Hey, Aaron, my FT991A took a crap on the power output.
Oh, that's not good.
Up 100% power output gives me 50 watts out into a dummy load.
Well, hopefully that's a bug, not a feature.
Well, I looked at all the settings, and I don't have any limit set on the power output, which they have, but I didn't set anything, so I've double checked it like 5 times. It's still under warranty for about 3 months, so it's going to go back tomorrow.
So that's just on the HF side, right? Because they're rated as 50 watts on UHF, but you're not getting the 100 out on HF here.
Roger, and I didn't check 6 or 2 or 432. It didn't matter to me. I was running it on 10 and 432 and 2 meters, but normally 10. So I'll let them, when they get it, they'll just check everything out anyway.
Michael?
Yes?
Put a 50 watt slug in your bird watt meter, and then pretend that the 50 watt one is actually showing you 100 watts. Now make you feel good.
I don't want to feel good. I want to get rid of this piece of crap.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to get rid of mine too. I've never used it. I can't even figure it out.
Well, that's easy for you.
Now,
That's the first Yaesu I ever bought new. Always been ICOM or Kenwood, and so once I get this fixed, it's probably going to get sold and subsidized some other, like an ICOM. Maybe I'll get an ICOM Mark II.
Yeah, I have a pre-order in for the 7300 Mark II, but yeah, the thing that always got me back
Yeah, the menu systems are entirely different. I got to get the book out. I had to get the book out just to set up a stupid straight key, that type of thing. So, you know, it's just, it's fine. It'll get fixed, and that's it.
Yeah, my only recommendation would be to maybe do a factory reset on it, and maybe make sure that the firmware is up to date. But yeah, if you're so against it, you want that, you probably do have your final.
That's what Bill was saying too. Yeah, I also put on the notes to go ahead and do a software update, regardless what they find. That way, once I get rid of it, I can say it's been totally gone through by the factory and upgraded. So.
Oh, my girl cat just came in here, Mike. That ought to make you feel good.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic.
My little micro 8-pound Siamese girl cat just came in.
I keep telling you, you and Mikey ought to get together with your cats and have a little, party.
Most of the hams I know have cats and not dogs.
And I got a cat, but I like dogs.
Only Democrats have dogs.
That is absolutely not true.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, I'm here, KM6SRR.
Yeah, how you doing, Aaron? Rob, KM6SRR, A6S. Maybe you got both dogs and cats, Aaron. Rob.
Nope, just cats, and I got everybody checked in.
See, what'd I tell you, Mike?
Does Mike have dogs?
It's everybody's own personal choice.
Hey, Mike, WA6AJ, do you have cats or dogs?
I got a cat, but I grew up with dogs. I guess that's what people are telling me tonight, yes.
Hey, when you work on a radio and you can't fix it, it's called a dog. It's not called a cat.
I'm not going to even comment on that.
I knew that'd get to you.
That's a good one, Bill. Hey, and what's the model of that radio, Mike, that you're just loving there? It's, 991 Yaesu?
I got a little bit of double. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, what's that model of Yaesu that you're loving there? Is it a 991?
991A.
Yeah, I think I'd probably have the earlier brother to it, the 756, 857D, FT-857D. And I've got one I bought at Hamvention that doesn't work right, but the other one I got works. I just figured out how to be able to tune the dial on the thing. They had the big knob locked out so you couldn't fine-tune stuff, and it was only doing 5s or 10s.
Yeah, that's typical. What were you saying, Aaron?
Not enough knobs.
Good evening, guys. K6MYC, Bozo Net, 1296.
Has this other Siamese cat. That dude's about 16 pounds now and still growing.
I think someone's trying to check in, but it's faint for me.
701.
I hear you, John. Good evening. I hear 711 in there. Who else do we have? I hear a lot of voices.
We've got dogs, but now Marion stopped cats.
Is that you, Mike? WB6AJ?
Someone's calling me WA6AJ. You're white. Go ahead. Okay, boy, he is weak.
Well, that's all right. I just didn't have the amp on.
I think you have your amp on, Mike.
How's that?
Better.
Yeah, okay. I didn't have the amp. I had the amp on, but I didn't have it keyed. You have to key it up. Anyway, good evening all. 727-711. I didn't write any others down. Who else do we have?
800 AA6S.
800. Good evening, Bill.
1079 and Bozo 1100, K6USY.
971. 432 and 1200, KM6SRR.
Go again, Dave.
971, K6BBG.
I have you, Dave, and I have you, Rob. 432 and 971 are checked in, and I got 1179, 1079, 1100. Got you, Aaron. Good evening, all. We got 800. We got 727. Who are we missing here?
I think you got everybody, Mike. That's what I've got. And I'm going to go down and eat. I'll be back up in a little bit.
All right, very good. Now I've got the 222 and the 6-meter list in here. So if we had people that checked in that didn't get in, but were on 222 or on 6 meters, and we did not check you in because of antenna problems, antenna rotation problems, let me know, and we'll check you in. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, which is a very gracious offering. What a laugh. Anyway, let me know if you tried to check in and we didn't get you last night. K6MYC looking south, but I'm not sure who we're going to hear down south. Is there anybody else in the San Joaquin here for right now? N6BYH or anybody else? K6MYC. KC5DTU, where are you, Kerry? Boy, it's quiet out there. Bill and Mike, have you guys had a chance to try and work Ralph tonight?
Yeah, I was going to head down there right now.
All right, I'll be around, so one of you will be able to get to me. I think I'm going to, of course, I'll let you go down quickly, but we also want to try and pick up Ron. Ron said he didn't hear anybody last week, and of course, Bill wasn't here, and you weren't either, Mike. So Ron, W6QUI is waiting to be checked in. Whoever wants to try that on the way around to LA. AA6S in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, real fine, Mikey. AA6S. Mike, you see if you can get Ralph, and I'll run the power down to 10 watts, and I'll call Ron so I don't interfere with you. Well, you'd be on 090 probably anyway, who knows. WA6AJ, everybody else, I'll QSY that away and see if I can pick up Ron.
Roger, Roger.
Roger.
All right, I'm going to go toward Ron also on the outside chance that we have some freaky propagation here.
KJ6TYO1009.
Well, I'll be darned. Hi there, Ron. KJ6TYO, you sounding strong tonight, over.
Yeah. And I found the problem from Sunday night, the antenna problem. So got that solved, and and here I am.
Yes, you certainly are. Okay, well, the antenna problem you had, I don't think it was on this band, but you had a problem on, what, 2 meters? I think you had water in the thing, right?
Well, that's what I thought, but further examination, the antenna was unscrewed. The coax wasn't screwed into it down below. So I don't know. Had a guy setting up a satellite for internet, and I don't know if he did it or I don't don't know. But it was unscrewed, so it's all plugged back in. SWR's fine. Talked to Aaron over there, so we're all good.
Yes, you are. Okay, very good. Nice signal. Roaring in here. And thanks for being there, and glad you got things sorted out there. Yeah, these things happen. You never know. I had a whole bunch of things happen here. We don't know why either. We had no end of trouble the last 3 or 4 days. We're still trying to get heat in the house. It blew out both transformers running the circuit boards that control the furnaces. So they're ordering new transformers in. I don't know how it could blow out a transformer unless I don't think it really blew the transformer. There was probably a little circuitry in the transformer. See, the transformer puts out 24 volts of DC. Well, that's not possible, so there's got to be something built into the little box that's called the transformer that converts the AC to DC and then filters it. So that's probably where the problem is. There's probably nothing at all wrong with the transformers, and when they pull them out, I'm going to have them leave them with me. So we can, I'm paying $350 for them. I guess I better get them. And anyway, but that's the workmen of today. They don't repair anything in the field. They just plug and play. Over.
Yep, that's right. I had some troubles with my heater, and my heater is in the attic, and he went up there, and he said, well, it's the computer board. And I go, okay, well, and he just swapped it out with a new one, and that's it. They don't, they take the part with them. I go, all right, well, whatever, take it with you. But, yeah, you're right, plug and play.
And what they charge you for the board? They want to charge me $1,500.
$350, and that was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's gone up since then, obviously. Anyway, I'm planning on not having to replace the board. I think they're going to find that the board is fine. It was saved by the failure in the transformer power supply. But you can't talk about power supplies for these guys. They think you put in 110 volts of AC and you get 24 volts out of a transformer that's DC. No, it doesn't work that way, guys, but they don't know any better.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll let you get to it, and I'm going to head back in the house and go ahead and go to sleep so I can get up early in the morning. Catch you later, Mike. Thanks for checking me in. KJ6TY1009.
Okay, you go do your thing in the morning and deliver them chicken parts. Hi. 7-3, Ron, good to chat. KJ6TYO, K6MYC, listening for anybody coming out of Artiscadero. Anybody. A6S, K6MYC, do you copy me, Bill? Might have to get Bill to turn his power up above 10 watts. Well, in the meantime, is there anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley that wants to check in here on 1296, or anybody that tried to check in on 220 or 6 meters and didn't make it last night? I'll take your check-in tonight, even though we might not have been able to hear you last night. K6MYC standing by. Okay, nothing heard. Up to Santa Cruz. Here we go. KW6S, Kilo Whiskey 6 Sierra, KW6S, K6MYC, calling and listening. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. I didn't get a chance to get your tunes in here yet.
Yeah, a little weak from normal, but maybe I'm not pointed just right for you. Good evening, Tom. We missed you last night on both bands, so you probably have a good excuse for that. Anyway, good to hear you. KW6 Sugar, make a longer transmission, and I'll peek on you here, K6MYC.
Oh, very good. Yeah, the noise is pretty low here tonight, so I've got you okay. I think I've got you tuned in now. Yeah, kind of an embarrassment last night. I was ready to go, and you had pulled back to me, came back to me right before you went to 6 meters, and I heard you talking to Rob. And every time I transmitted, nothing happened. No audio went out, and I somehow accidentally put my radio into a data mode, and it was expecting something on a different port. So about the time you told Rob that that was all there was, I wasn't around, and that was all there was. And then said, let's go to 6, is about when I found my audio. And I called you on 6, and you probably were on a different antenna pointed in a different direction, because I didn't hear you, and eventually I had to give it up for the evening on 6. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, KW6S, K6MYC. So we missed you on 222, but you were there, and we missed you on 6 meters because I could not rotate the antenna. I probably would have heard you, and I called you several times, and I had other people call you. Rob called you also several times, but we did not hear you. Rob wasn't sure where he was pointed, though. He said sometimes the antenna's off as much as 60 degrees, so he may have missed you. Anyway, what I have done is I have checked you in, because we did have antenna rotation problems. Not rotation, but I couldn't turn it. The controller blew up when I had all my crashes here. And it looks like we've determined what the crashes started from. One of the solar inverters started to put voltage on the negative lead or on the neutral lead, and it went all over the place wrong in the shack and in the house and everywhere. So it had voltage on the negative lead and the neutral lead, and also on the hot lead. It was out of sync, and it was all screwed up. So that's what blew up a whole bunch of stuff at my house. Both heaters and the 2 controllers, 2 rotor controllers, and a bunch of other stuff. Plug strips, plug strips where we AC cords, multiple plug strips. Blew 2 of those up, and a wall wart for 12 volts also failed. So we had all kinds of trouble. So that's why I couldn't rotate, Tom. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I called on 6 for a little bit, but then I didn't. There was no direction showing on the map on the streaming, and I listened for a while, and then pretty soon I finally had to give up and go in and join my wife. So yeah, it was embarrassing on 222 because I had everything up and running, and then because I can't have 2 radios on 10 meters at the same time, I switched that one to 15, and then when I switched it back, it went into a data mode, so I know to check that next time. It's getting so I'm discovering a lot of little idiosyncrasies that I hadn't planned ahead on the station here. But I'm here tonight, and you're sounding good, and hope that you found all the with the inverter. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, KW6S, K6MYC, fine on your debacle there with the 220. Well, you're finding out your list on how to do things wrong is growing, and your list on how to do things right is very short. You know that one by heart, but how to do things wrong is a new list, and it's very long. Over.
Well, yeah, it's apparently I don't know what to do quite well enough, so got a couple of new little things to check. I had a conversation QSO with W6TQL, and he in the discussion have pointed out that I've probably got a shortcoming in this amplifier, and I've got a little mod to do to try to get the power back up to where it belongs. So maybe next week I'll be a little more robust here on this 1296. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, have you made the adjustment already? And what's the power? What's the power out that you have now?
You know, I don't really know, but I'm only peaking at about 10 amps, and I used to kick it up to about 20, and there's a kind of a clamping arrangement to push down on the power on the strip line, and I have one of those. I just need to move it to this amplifier and take it off the amplifier I got from WA6OIB. So hopefully that'll be an easy fix, and I'll get this cooking along a little better. It should just about double my power, I think.
Okay, now you're talking about the one, the amplifier that you got that was belonged to K6ZMW down there, Joe Cadwaller. Now, how much is it supposed to put out when it's working correctly? Over.
It's supposed to put 600 watts. I think that's what you have. And mine is a pretty early one. And Jim added some kind of it's kind of a clamp arrangement, and I'm sure yours has it, to hold the way I understand it, hold the circuit board down against the heat spreader a little bit better. Something to do with cycling, it will go out of tune. So I'm just going to move that over and find out if it helps mine, and if it does, I'll leave it in there, and when I bring up the ZMW one, I will either get one of those clamps from Jim, or I'll make one myself.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm glad that. So you think right now you're maybe running what, 200 or 300 hours?
Yeah, it's peaking at about 12 amps and 11 or 12 amps. So yeah, it's probably about half power, about 300 watts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, probably under that, somewhere between 200 and 300. Okay. Well, you're a little light, but I think it's partly band conditions. The bands, the upper VHF and UHF bands, UHF and microwave bands have been really poor since Monday. 222 was very light. 6 meter was very good, but 222 was very poor. And I think Thursday night before, that 432 night was very weak also. All signals were down. We worked quite a few people, but the signals weren't up to par. All right, we'll let you go, Tom. Let's see, is there anybody else who wants to say hi to Tom? K6MYC standing by. Go. Bill is in here somewhere for you. Over. Give AA6 Sugar a call, Mike. Tom, over.
Woodwork there. No luck there, Mike. KW6NYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good. By the way, the check's in the mail. You should get it probably tomorrow or the next day, for sure. If you don't get it by Friday, let me know and I'll cancel it and I'll send another one. KW6S, K6MYC, 73 for now.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you should have the box tomorrow by 4 o'clock. KW6S.
Sounds good. You shipped them right to the house on UPS, did you?
UPS to the house.
On UPS?
Roger.
Okay, very good. Then they'll deliver them at the house then. Thank you very much. All right, Tom, thank you. 73. K6MYC going up into the Bay Area.
WA6AAJ.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, check in number 3. Ralph, talk to him.
Okay, you want to give Tom a call over there?
Yeah, well, let me turn over that way.
Tom, stand by. He's turning your way. WA6AAJ is going to rotate your way. Stand by, Tom.
Mike, Bill is still talking, so when I'm turned north, I can null him out, but he gets louder when I get closer to him.
Okay, so he's talking to Ron over there, W6QUI.
Roger.
Okay, I'll check in 10:55 then. Thank you.
KW6S, KW6S, WA6AAJ.
WA6AAJ, KW6S. Yeah, doing pretty good here. It sounds like might have some things to work through, but good to hear you tonight.
You too. I'm got another sore throat going, so I'm trying to suck on some cough drops when I'm talking. That might be part of the distortion. Over.
Okay. I'll picture a Ricola or something there rattling around while you're talking.
I don't hear any distortion here.
Okay, Tom. Good talking to you. I'll talk to you like just 4:32.
Very good. W6AJ, KW6S.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, very good. I don't hear any distortion on you. You might have a little multipath on you, so there's some distortion, but I think it's band distortion. Over.
I was kind of referring to my raspy voice that's going right now.
Oh yeah, it sounded raspy, but you can't blame the radio for that.
No, you're not. Yeah, you're right.
All righty. Thanks for getting Ralph down there. I tried a couple of weeks ago on Friday night for Ralph, and I never heard him. Maybe I was too late. I didn't get out here till about 7:28. Maybe you guys caught him at 7:15 or something, and I didn't want to wait around till 8 o'clock when he tries again, so I gave up. But I did miss him. I haven't talked to him now for about 3 weeks. 7-3, Mike. You can stick around here, of course. Want you to be in here as long as you want to be here. And if you're hearing somebody and want to talk to them, let me know, and we'll always give you a shot. WA6AAJ, K6MYC in the group.
Roger, Mike. K6MYC, WA6AAJ.
Okay, going into the Bay Area. 283, 285. KD6SOK. KD6 Sugar Oscar Kilo. Are you there, Fred? K6MYC. Over.
Yeah, I'm here, Mike. I'm here. Good evening, Mike. KD6SOK. Not super strong, but you're there. I do hear you. Let me see. You're calling from the right location. I think I'm in the correct location. Go ahead, Mike. Let me know how to come in.
Yeah, okay. A lot of flutter on you, really fast, multipath. A little garbly sounding, but otherwise pretty good signal strength. Fred, good evening to you. We had a little trouble with you the other night on 220. It was much worse than it normally is on 220. I had sometimes I was copying Q5, and other times you fade down a little bit, and you were a tiny bit off frequency, a little low pitched for me on 220. So I had difficulty understanding. But anyway, it's better here tonight on 1296. I'll shoot it back to you, and then we'll see who else might be in here. KD6 Sugar Oscar Kilo, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, sorry about last night. That 220's band last night, it just wasn't working very well for me. I don't know what the problem was. We just had a lot of issues with that. It was super weak. It's never been that bad. But anyway, we'll try it again next week. Did you get the power problems at your house sorted out today? And what was the cause of all the failures? Go ahead.
Well, I wish I would have. We didn't get anything really resolved today in terms of anything new. We did find out what was probably the cause of the problem. Looks like one of the solar inverters started to put negative or AC voltage onto the neutral line. It put AC voltage onto the neutral/ground line, so we had 75 volts all over the framework of the solar panels, and it was going out to the solar panels because it was supposed to be grounded, but it wasn't ground. So the solar panels and the framework, the stands where everything was on, all metal, they were hot with about 75 volts to ground. So that was part of it. And then, but we never did fix the heaters. They tell me that the heaters are blown because of the transformer, which is the power supply for the microprocessor control board. So the microprocessor is questionable, but the transformer, actually they call it a transformer. It's got to be a little power supply because the way they talk, they put in 110 volts and 24 comes out, but that's not done in a transformer by itself. It's got to have rectifiers and a filter and stuff and other things in there, probably a regulator. So they don't know, but anyway, I've got looks like something in there has blown, and they won't know if the control board is blown until they get the transformer repaired. Expecting a transformer to come in tomorrow or the next day, so that's the story. KD6SOK, K6MYC.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned the neutral wire. Last time I tried to communicate to you on 222, I have a problem with the neutral wire went open in the circuit box on the front of the house, on the panel, and then everything went to 220 volts from the house. And it burned out light bulbs and transformers and all kinds of stuff. I got this super high voltage, and I measured it with my voltmeter, my digital voltmeter. I'm like, what happened? And I went to the breaker box, and sure enough, the neutral wire had burned off the barrier strip there. So that's what I tried to tell you last night. So it sounds like you have some similar problem with the neutral wire getting hot. So anyway, good to hear you. It's going to get fixed. 86 up, okay.
Okay, good to hear you too, Fred. Yeah. These problems persist. The more complicated your system gets, the more likely you're going to have problems. We got most of them sorted out. There's a few left in the house, and then, of course, the things that are blown up have got to be fixed. It could be expensive on the furnaces. I have two furnaces in the house, and the repair estimates on one furnace is $1,800 if the board and the power supply are gone. So they can double that for the other one, so I might be into it for $3,600 or so. I'm not excited about that. 73 Fred, KD6SOK, K6MYC, and I'll listen for anybody else in the Bay Area. Go ahead.
AK6S.
Who is it?
AA6S.
Oh, AA6S. I know you worked at Ron. I've already written him in here. 1055. I guess you had quite a chat. Over.
I had the power down to 0 on the ICOM. I don't know if you could hear me or anything. Anyway, let's get back to working the stations here. Just wanted to make sure that I got him checked in. K6MYC, thanks, Mike. AA6S.
Yeah, well, thanks very much. I did listen a while, and I called you, but I could not hear you at all, of course, with your 1 milliwatt or 10 milliwatts or 100 milliwatts or 1 watt or 10 watts. I couldn't hear you at all. Over.
Yeah, that's why I did that, so I don't bother you guys. I was still S9 over his place. He was running 20 over.
I'll be darned. Yeah, wonderful. I wish I had him like that. One of these days I may move an antenna up to the top of the hill where I have a better shot to 220 degrees. It's easy. It's a good shot, but I got to get to the top of the hill here. All right. Maybe I'll put a receive antenna up there, if nothing else, and just worry about receiving. I can transmit down here. Maybe that's the way to handle it. 7-3. We did let you. We did have Tom stand by for you, but you weren't there. Mike worked Tom in Santa Cruz, but we did not hear you. So I don't think he's still there, but you could give him a call if you want to try. Bill, over.
Well, I don't want to interfere with the net. Anyway, put a passive antenna up there. Put one and point it towards him, and face another up to the hill, and don't waste any coax.
Well, I have to put a preamp up there. I got 800 feet of feed line to any place I go up there on the hill from the shack, and so it would be a real. The other way to do it is to put a little. I got a little building. I have a little doghouse that I could put everything up there. I could get another 600 watt 1296 amp. I'll remove this one and try it up there and see if that works. Anyway, that's a possibility downstream. That would be a very good location for everything except Los Angeles. Although LA might come in, I might be able to squeeze around the corner, but I don't work them that often anyway. 73's, Bill, thanks again for being there, and we'll look for you tomorrow night, of course, on 2 meters. AA6 Sugar by Celia, DMO6, K6MYC.
73 is Mikey, and thanks a lot. MYC, AA6S clear.
73, Bill. Now, anybody else in the Bay Area, please? K6MYC, Bozo Net. Okay, I hear, I'm not sure what I heard there. I heard something with a 45 on the end, but I don't think that's who I think it is. I don't think that's W6WSS. I heard W6PQL also. Maybe I heard K6KLY. Maybe that's who I heard. Are you in there, Russ? K6KLY? Oh, Russ, okay. Jim, you pick it up. W6PQL, and I'll tune on you, K6MYC. Over.
Okay, Mikey. Well, you can add number 52 in there, too. I just worked him down, or up, potential. Signals were very poor. It was just a very brief contact, and he faded away just almost as if he was running 10 watts or so, which is not likely. I think he's able to run about 150 most of the time. So just not very good conditions going to Santa Barbara tonight. A lot of turbulence in the air, I suppose. They've had bad weather down there in Los Angeles. But we got it done, and that's about it, other than it being cold. A6MYC, W6PQL.
Well, it's really cold when you don't have any heat in the house, over.
Oh, you still off, huh?
Yeah, I'm off. I'm running on the fireplace, but it's a long ways from the bedroom, over.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we heated the whole house here with a wood-burning insert. Of course, it needs electricity to work, so when you don't have power, it doesn't work. But yeah, if you'd had that plugged in, it probably would have burned up anyway, right?
Not really. What do you use to heat the house? What did you plug in?
I use a pellet stove, but there's a little fan in there that blows air out the front, hot warm air out the front. So that fan may have been a casualty if I had the same situation as you had there.
Well, maybe not. That kind of stuff did not fail. Is this pellet stove roll around, or is it fixed?
Oh, it's fixed. All it does is there's some tubes that get heated up inside the insert by the burning pellets, and it circulates air around those tubes that's separated from the combustion chamber, so you don't mix that stuff up. And it just forces air out, just like you'd have, just like the fans in your amplifier.
Yeah, Roger. No, I understand. I just wasn't sure if it rolled around or not. Okay, well, what I'm going to do, I think, tonight is we have a hallway door that enters the bedrooms. All the air has to pass into the bedrooms through this one door. But I think I'll put a fan in the door blowing air out of the living room, which is warm because I got the fireplace really cooking in there. And I'll blow hot air into the bedroom section. So I'll move the fan. I've got one here in the barn I can take, and it's quiet. I'll run it on low speed. It has several speeds. and just move the air out of the living room and move it into the bedroom area. I think we'll be all right. It was in the 60s, low 60s last night in the house by the time we woke up. Over.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, when it's in the low 60s, I'm a little chilly myself, and the pellet stove is located in the living room downstairs. And because heat rises, it warms the upstairs bedrooms, which is, of course, that's where we sleep. But yeah, we've had that going. We had a buck stove insert in there before, where you feed it just regular firewood. And when that reached the end of its life, we replaced it with a pellet stove, which was supposed to be easier. But frankly, I'd rather have the buck stove back in there. I just like the look of burning wood, and the smell is somewhat different too. But either one's fine. It's better than what we pay for PG&E and all that. For a long time, natural gas was a pretty good deal. It was very inexpensive. But that's not the case anymore. Over.
Yeah, well, this month's going to be brutal. I expect to see about a $1,200 bill for November, because we're on PG&E right now. We were on PG&E yesterday, and ever since the rain started, we've been on a lot of time on PG&E, so I expect a huge bill. We got the solar stuff shut off. Looks like we got one solar inverter that's putting about 75 volts on the negative lead that goes down to the solar panels. And when you put it on the negative lead there, it puts on the negative lead or the neutral lead in the whole house. Over.
Oh, yeah. Once you get that fixed, of course, you'll be back in business. So hope it's very temporary for you.
Well, yeah, we think we got it figured out. We haven't got it fixed, but the batteries are all charged. We did manage to charge the batteries up to almost 100% today. We had good sun all day. We don't have the inverters hooked to the house at all. They're isolated from the house at the moment, but we are charging the batteries with the inverters. Anyway, that's the deal. That's the deal. Now, who did you say you worked 52, so I got 52 in here. And was there another station that you heard call when you called? Go ahead.
No, just 52 tonight.
Okay, very good. Well, somebody else called in with you, but I didn't get it. Somebody with a 45 or something, but I might have heard it wrong. It might have been 285. It might have been Jim there. All right, let me go back and see who else is left in here on 1296, and then we'll move toward Oakley. But first, Bay Area, give me a call. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, standing by for check-ins. Over.
K6KLY.
Anybody else in there in the Bay Area besides Russ?
I hear them both.
Go ahead.
KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. I got 775. Hang on a second, Mike. I got 285, 285. I got you, Jim, and we also heard K6KLY 111. Russ, you take it, and then you can turn it to one of the two, whoever you might be hearing there. K6KLY 111, K6MYC.
Okay, I'll get ready to Mike. Warm up this room. I intend on to go out there and see you point down yet. Your call is in here now. Yeah, not too much new here other than the guy hit a telephone pole about 300 feet away from my house, and we were out calling for most of the day, but finally got it back on after they got the pole replaced. So WB6J and K6KLY.
Yeah, okay, K6KLY, WB6J, and with the group WB6J, Montreal. Usually around the 4 or 5. So another real good night tonight. K6MYC, WB6JNN.
Yeah, Roger, Jim. Very good. You're Q5 when I get right on you. WB6JNN, K6MYC. Very good evening, Jim. And by the way, I don't think I got you last night on 222. Did you try to check in on 222, Jim? Over.
It was a crap night. I couldn't hardly hear you either. So, yeah, you heard me a few times, but couldn't make the contact. So, conditions.
Okay, Rusty went down in the noise for me. Just tell me, was he on 222, and does he remember working me? Over.
Okay, I'm not sure. JNN, do you remember working Mike on 220?
That was a pretty bad night, and he was only at 2 to 4, and he was not hearing me last night. So I don't think we ever made a real contact.
Okay, Mike, he says he did not complete a contact with you last night. You were pretty poor condition, over.
Okay, well, I'm going to check him in. Tell him he has checked in. Jim, I'm going to check you in. I missed a couple of people because the band was so poor and I wasn't hearing well. But I'll check you in on 222. Thank you very much. And we'll give you a check-in on 222. 285 is now checked in. And we're doing the same thing for guys on 6 meters because I could not rotate the 6-meter antenna. I missed quite a few people. Anybody that says they were there but couldn't get in, I'll check them in on 6. I have the log sheet here for 6 meters and 220 from last night. Thank you, guys. Thank you for filling in for me there, Russ. Good to hear you. And we'll pick up Mike here and see how he's doing. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6 MYC. Over. Yeah, well, you're about Q4 here. I got you peaked up a little better. Readability 4, almost Q5, and pretty steady. The band's just weak, but there's not real serious QSB. The QSB is minimal, but the signal strength, they're just down a little bit. But thanks very much for checking in, Mike. I appreciate it. Thanks very much for being there from Daly City. I won't keep it. We'll keep it short since it's not conversational. Hi. Thank you, Mike. KB6WFC, K6MYC, 73.
KB6BA.
KB6BA, good evening, Oliver, and great to hear you. Boy, you're making my list real long. We're going to have a super check-in list tonight on 1296. KB6BA, make a transmission. I'll come back your way a little bit. Over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the heating method is, remember those chicken brooders with infrared lamps? That's what I use at my workstation. I don't have to burn natural gas most of the time for that. But it's been a while since I've been at 1296, so it's good to know the rig still works. K6MYC, KB6BA, over.
Yeah, very good. How much power are you running here on this band? You're doing pretty well once I got the antenna back on you. I missed a little bit at the beginning. Over.
100 watts, over.
Okay, well, it's doing very well. And a pleasure to hear you. Again, thanks very much for checking in here. By golly, we got a long list of 1296 people. If everybody gets on 1296, we could have almost 30 people, which is phenomenal for 1296. So I'm really excited about the roll call here on 1296. So keep doing it. Keep checking in, Oliver. 73, and thanks again. KB6BA for your final. K6MYC, over.
Yeah, very good. Good to hear everyone. Take care, KB6BA.
Okay, 73. Thanks again for being there and checking in. Sorry that things are so short tonight. It's good copy, but not real exceptional. Let's put it that way. You're much better on the other bands, but not bad here on this band. Thank you. KB6BA. Is there anybody else in the Bay Area that's hearing me? K6MYC. Please check in now from anywhere that's hearing me. Over.
Kilo 6 for Whiskey India Sugar.
Okay, K6 Whiskey India Sugar. I hear you, but it's about Q3. About readability 3637. Gotcha, Paul. Let me see if I can find a better heading for you. I don't think this is the best heading. So make a longer transmission. and tell me if you have any other check-ins, please. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6 MYC, over.
Good evening, Mike. K6 MYC in the group. This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar, Placerville in the foothills. You were up to an S5 earlier in the evening on the bounce path, but right now you're down to about an S2, maybe an S3 sometimes, but still a Q5. But you got more power than me, so that's understandable. Nothing, no one else to check in. Negative on check-ins for relays, just myself. I'll copy now, Mike. Over.
Okay, very good. 100% now, Paul. Got you 100% at this point in time. Thank you. No other check-ins except yourself there. Sounds good. Pretty good signal on the bounce path here. It might be even better like it was the other night on 222. You were bodacious. You were huge on 222 on the direct path. I don't know what caused that, but we'll take it. Hi. Anyway, thanks very much. If you can check in again on the direct path, that would be interesting. Otherwise, 73s, and we'll see you on 2 meters tomorrow night. K6 Whiskey India Sugar near Placerville, K6 MYC, over.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, the signal's picked up. You were finished off your transmission with an S4, 5x4 there, Mike. So I'll wait for the direct path connection and see if we can make that tonight. 73 is Mike. Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar is clear.
Yeah, Roger, you're very broad, so that's whatever you're reflecting off of is putting a big broad pattern back to me. I'm swinging back and forth 10 degrees and not hearing any difference here. Thanks, Paul. 7-3, we'll look for you on the direct path if you can stick around. K6WIS, K6MYC, clear, standing by for anybody else in the Bay Area. Okay, nothing heard. Let me go on up here to, here we go. That should be on N6RO. We should be pretty close, Ken. K6MYC, over.
Yeah, loud and clear. K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, Charlie Mike 97, high temperature 65, and I'm going to cook a cheeseburger right after this. We're still holding the #1 position in the phone sweepstakes, so it looks like we have won the multi-single category in both CW and phone sweepstakes, thanks to a couple of great operators, not including me. K6MYC and 6RO.
Well, I think you had something to do with it. If nothing else, you organized it, and keep it going on the straight and narrow. And you're probably a pretty good CW operator, and pull a few extra QSOs out that other people might not have been able to do. So don't shortchange yourself there. Congratulations on that. It's outstanding effort, and good to have you doing that. Even though scores were low, I think the band started to come back to normal. It sounded pretty normal this morning. We worked our normal guys up around Montana, Utah, and Washington State, and then 3 or 4 in the Bay Area, or in the Sacramento area, Placerville, and so on. And we did pretty well with everybody. So it was starting to come back to normal, although the signal strength is still about 10 dB down on everybody, but still at least a copy was there. Anyway, fine on your dinner, your hamburger you're going to have as soon as you finish there. I didn't finish my dinner either. I just got sat down and I had to get up. I got about 3 mouthfuls of chicken and a Brussels sprout in my mouth, and that was it. So you're hearing me on a half a dinner here. Good evening for now. It was colder than that. I don't think we got to 65 here today. I doubt we got to 60, but I could be wrong. It was nippy, but we were outside quite a bit of the time, and trying to sort out all the problems that are now we're being able to isolate. It looks like one of the solar inverters went bonkers and put 75 volts on the neutral. On the neutral that went down to the solar panels and also went in the house. So we had 75 volts floating around in the house on the neutral, which I think was what was causing the problem and causing things to blow out. Anyway, I think we've got that at least figured out, but we're waiting for confirmation from the people that make the inverter. 7-3 for now, Ken, and we'll see you tomorrow night. N6RO, Oakley, K6MY.
Roger. Okay, on the solar situation. I hope I don't encounter that thing once I get the upgrade going here. Right now we're stalled out on the permitting process. Contra Costa County is doing their normal thing of delay and requesting ridiculous documentation. So I'm just standing by waiting for something to happen on the solar. But I got my walk-in tub going, and it's quite a machine. We'll see you tomorrow, N6RO.
Yeah, go enjoy your walk-in tub. I guess it would be nice if we have, when I have not a walk-in tub, we have a big tub, but I hardly ever use it because it costs me a lot of propane to get it filled. It's a big tub like a spa, but it's not shaped in a round format. It's sort of triangular or sort of square with one's corners cut off on it. But it's a big tub. But and honestly, I've been here for 25 years. I've never used the damn thing. I covered it with a redwood deck, and we never opened it up since. So we've our spa days are over. But a walk-in bathtub would be nice. Would be an easier feature, a nice thing to have every now and then. 7-3, Ken, and we'll see you tomorrow. N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the Safe Step model, which is the highest rated and biggest selling machine. It's really well designed, engineered, and the installers were just excellent. It's fun to look at, let alone turn on all those jets and fancy features. It was worth the investment. It cost quite a bit, but it was worth it. Just check out if you want to go that way. It sort of reminds me of an aircraft cockpit. You sit down in it, and you've got all the controls in front of you, and all you got to do is sit back and watch those jets going. 7-3, N6RO.
Okay, sounds like fun. You need a partner in there with you.
I got the wide one, so it would have to be a small partner.
Okay. All righty. With that thought, we'll see you tomorrow. N6RO, K6MYC. Anybody else that's copying me in this direction, go ahead.
Night.
Night. Pretty quiet. Okay, going to go up to Sacramento direction and see if we can get people here. Let's see here. That should be pretty close. Let me try this. KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB. Darren, I wonder if you're there. K6MYC, Kilo 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo Net. Calling KJ6KFB and K6MYC Bozo Net standing by. I don't hear anything, so let's try it up here toward KR6MR. KR6MR, KR6MR, K6MYC, over. KR6MR, KR6MR. Kilo Romeo 6 Mexico Romeo. KR6MR, K6MYC calling and standing by. Well, I don't know. KR6MR, 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 K6MYC. KR6MR, K6MYC calling and standing by, John. Well, I hear a voice. Just keep coming back to me. Just keep coming back. I hear a voice. I think that's you, John. I can't think of anybody else that would be coming in there. KR6MR 759, K6MYC. Over. Let's see if Paul's up there. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Are you up there, Paul? K6WIS, K6MYC. Over. Oh, there's a 759. Now you came up. I got your 759 that time, John. I'm way north of where I normally hear you, so I might be getting you on some kind of a bounce. But good to hear you. Thanks for being there. KR6MR 759, K6MYC, over. I got to Roger Rogers. It's very marginal. It's in and out. A lot of QSB. Anyway, thank you, John. Thank you. I wish it was better, but at least we made it here. I wasn't sure if you were there or not. Hi. But happy I kept going with you there. 73s, we will not have anybody out in Nevada, so you're the last one. You're the last one tonight. Nobody in Nevada has anything running on 1296 at the moment. So we'll say 73s, John. 73s, and again, thank you very, very much for making the effort to get on here for such a weak contact. Hi. KR6MR, K6MYC, 73. Okay, Rob, I think we're done here. Pretty marginal, but we did make it with a lot of people, so we got quite a list here.
Yeah, just trying to start counting it up. I might have missed some people in the Bay Area after Jim, 1296.
Okay, well, we had 111, K6KLY. We had 285, Jim, WB6JNN. We had KB6BA, 900, Oliver. We had WKB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775. I think that was it. I'm just trying to see. Oh, and Jim did work 52. Over.
Okay, I didn't get 52. I'll put him down. Now, you had a couple guys that you're going to add them to our list from last night. I think I heard Ralph. AAJ got Ralph. Let's see, who was the other one? I think JNN. You were going to add him to 222.
I put Jim on 222. Yes, I did, and I put Tom, KW6S, on there also because he tried to check in, but he put the switch in the wrong position and he was calling in the digital mode. Over.
Okay, you put him on 6 or 222?
I put him on 6 and 222. He tried on 6, but he couldn't hear us. And he called a few times. He didn't hear you call him, but he was on 6 also trying. So I'm taking his word for it. Over.
Roger, no problem. Anybody else?
No, I think that was it. 222 was 285 and 610. Yeah, those are the only two to add. So instead of 15, we had 17. And then on 6 meters, 610 was the only one I added. I didn't get anybody else in there. There's a lot of guys that might have been in there don't cover this band, you know, like W6WSS. I think we worked him. I heard you work John up there, but some of the others in the Bay Area might not have been able to get through at all. I did not hear Jim. I think he was there, but he didn't make a comment about it. Over.
Okay, you mean Jim PQL on 222 or 6?
Well, we worked him on 222, but I did not work him on 6, and he did not mention that he was in there. Over.
Okay. All right. You want me to still hold him till you get a band where you can get good confirmation, or you want me to send him out tonight?
Don't worry about it. Just send it out tonight.
Okay, will do. I'm having to dodge a cat here. He's figures this is the time for him to get his attention.
I know how that is. Okay. That's it. I'll send you, let's see, we got a long list on 1296. You think you got everybody? What's your count?
Yeah, let me count it. Hang on.
$25 maybe?
I've got 23 so far.
Yeah, it seems like I got more than that.
Well, have Judy take a picture and send it over, and I'll match it up and see if I forgot somebody.
Okay, I won't send the 222 or the other one. You've got that one okay, right?
Yeah, I'm good on that. Thanks, KM6SR.
Okay, I'll just send 1296 then. I can go down the list just quickly and see if you got all of these. I think I started out by hearing, well, the guy named 47 was in there first. He was in there first. Let's see, and then I put down. Crap, I can't read the numbers. I think I heard 971 was in for sure. 800 was in. 727 was in. KJ6TYO 1009 was in. 1100. I mean 1079, 1100. 432 and 1200 were in. Those four were in. Have I given you any that I don't have yet?
No, I had all those, so I think I probably got a pretty good list. But have Judy send it over. I don't mind waiting a little bit, and I'll check it out. Okay.
Well, I'll have her count. If we get more than 23, we'll let you know. All right, I'm done. 73s, K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo. Bozo 47 checking out of the 1296 net and closing the net for here on November. I think it's the 16th, isn't it?
It's the 18th.
Oh, that's right. No, 18. No, 18. No, 19, 20. Yeah, it is at 18th. I'm sure you're right. 18.
Well, the clocks don't work when your power's all screwed up.
My brain doesn't work either. I know that the 20th is is Thursday, so I should have discounted back from Thursday, and that would have made sense. Okay. I just didn't do it. I tried to come the other way, and I was way off. All right, 7-3s, guys. Good evening to you, Aaron, and thanks for the help again. I think the stream is working normally, as far as I can see. Everything in the shack is pretty normal, except for the guy sitting behind the mic.
Oh, that's okay. we'll let it go. That's very good. Yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow night on 2 meters. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Okay, see you later, K6MYC. Good night. Good night, Rob.
Good night, Mike. K6NYC, KM6SR 73. And good night, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR 73.